if you're stood in that corner, come and show yourself.
Some places should never be explored, but these people didn't listen. From eerie whispers to terrifying figures caught on camera, these urban explorations went wrong. On August 18th, 2019, Jonah explored an abandoned mansion in Canada, deep in the Devil's Elbow. The house had a dark past. It once belonged to a high priestess who practiced strange rituals. People tried to fix the house, but no one ever stayed. Everyone who lived there left in fear. But what was hiding in that house? They kept filming and observing the house, but then Jonah heard something upstairs, a faint sound like footsteps. His heart froze in fear. He wanted to believe it was just the wind or something paranormal, but deep down, he feared someone else was inside, something far more sinister.
That is paranormal, and not someone freaking in here. Hello? I'm not here to bother you. Is anybody in here? I thought I heard a man's voice.
Suddenly, a deep voice echoed through the empty house. The sound came from above. He had been alone as he thought. The house felt creepier now.
When I first came in here, it sounded like somebody walking up here. This is so sketchy.
Something moved nearby. He couldn't see it, but he felt it. The air was heavy. He whispered to himself, trying to stay calm, but his hands trembled. Every room suddenly felt too small, too dark.
My keys are making noises. Freaking somebody down there, dude. Come on, quit messing with me. I'm just trying to freaking... I'll leave. There's somebody else in here. As I've got myself in a bad situation. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, freaking out here. Should have freaking trapped myself in the closet.
He called out, hoping to hear nothing in return. Instead, the silence stretched too long, too deep, until another noise broke it. A shuffle, a breath. His fear turned into pure terror. He wasn't alone.
I just wonder if somebody's messing with me. I don't know, man. I don't freaking know. Hello? God, I'm freaking terrified right now. I just want to figure out. I don't know if this is paranormal. I just really think somebody's in here, but I feel stupid for freaking. Oh my God. I think the mold's getting to me.
Finally, he decided to get out of this place, and he ran. The hallways twisted, pulling him deeper into the house. His legs felt slow, like the air was pushing against him. Every door seemed to lead nowhere. Finally, he found his way outside. He didn't stop running, not until he reached his car.
You're exploring, I thought it was a band. Oh, baby. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, God, turn away. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, there's somebody in the freaking house. I just saw lights in there. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Even when he got back to where he had parked, he felt something watching him from the trees. The fear stayed. The thought that someone or something had been inside with him, watching his every move, haunted him the whole way home. With that being said, let's move on to our second most disturbing urban explorations. On August 12, 2016, he explored an abandoned sauna that had been left empty since 1995, with his friends along with him. The building was old, dark, and falling apart. The air inside was heavy, filled with dust and the scent of rotting wood. What was waiting for him there was going to be his worst nightmare.
Oota.
A strange feeling crept over him. The hallway was too quiet, too still. He felt like something was watching him.
Olete valmis siis? Kellegi säärepunt?
He found a staircase. It was broken in places, and the wood cracked and weak. As he stepped forward, a noise echoed from below. Something was moving. Shivers ran down his spine.
Vaatan tulema vaikselt.
He heard footsteps behind him. Slow, careful steps, not his own. He turned, but the hallway was empty. The walls seemed to close in around him. He wasn't alone.
Jah.
Then a whisper broke the silence. A voice, low and urgent, came from the darkness. He couldn't understand the words, but they sent a chill down his spine. His hand shook as he gripped his camera tighter.
Mis on üsna rõve.
Vaata siin on siit saab välja. Helista mulle, mõtle. See käib pesukujätus. Nii hea.
Something was moving in the shadows. A figure. It wasn't a ghost. It was something way more paranormal. Its clothes were torn, its face hidden in the dim light. He took a step closer. Panic shot through him. He turned and ran.
Siin. Ei käinud ju. Ei.
Ei käinud. Küsi.
They barely made it outside. His chest burned, his legs ached, but he didn't stop. That creature had followed him, chased him, but now the night was silent again. He didn't look back. He just kept running. Let's move on to our third eerie encounter in urban exploration. On August 12, 2016, near Farland, Montana, he had explored many ghost towns before, but something about Farland felt different. Everything was too quiet, as if the land itself was holding its breath. As the local mines were depleted or became unprofitable, Farland's population decreased. By the early 20th century, the town was largely abandoned, leaving behind a ghost town. He spotted movement in the tree line. A bear stood there, watching him. It didn't charge or growl. It just stared, unblinking, like it was waiting for something.
Bear that is watching me. It's just kind of curious, doesn't seem too aggressive. So we'll go on with our day and explore. So we're in Birch Creek Canyon today to see some abandoned mine operations. So small 2-room, not too much left behind by any means.
He came across an old car buried under the sand. The chrome still shined, untouched by time. Someone had placed it there. But why? Who would go through the trouble of burying a car in the middle of nowhere?
This car is upside down, all smashed up. The chrome still looks great. I'd like to know the story, because why would they bury it like this, right under a bunch of sand? Well, that is cool. Four-cylinder tractor.
He noticed a rope wrapped tightly around a tree. It wasn't part of any mining equipment. It looked like someone had tied it there recently. But for what purpose?
That's pretty odd. Rope all around the tree. Is a mine at it. All collapsed in now. Got buckets. This has all clearly been dug out in an attempt to get to the adit. I don't see any signs here. We still won't go in. That's not even gonna open though.
When he reached a collapsed mine entrance, he realized someone had been digging around it. The place was abandoned, yet fresh marks in the dirt suggested otherwise. It felt like someone or something was trying to get inside.
Adit, this is definitely abandoned. It's not some active mining claim now. I don't see any markers anyway.
He had already seen 2 bears in just a few minutes. That wasn't normal. Something was drawing them here. Something they could sense, but he couldn't.
Definitely not lying. I've already ran into 2 of them. I've been in this canyon for about 5 minutes. So 1 bear every 5 minutes. Let's make this a quick episode, hopefully.
He walked past an old metal tank covered in bullet holes. Someone had used it for target practice. But why would anyone come this deep into an abandoned town just to fire shots at rusted metal?
And then when we were getting up to it, it's this huge holding tank, essentially. Tons and tons of bullet holes.
When climbed a set of old stone steps leading to nowhere, the building that once stood there had vanished, leaving only a space. A picnic table had been placed there by the Forest Service, as if inviting visitors to sit and stay. But who would want to wander in a place like this?
I'm on the steps leading up to it. Not sure. But the forestry has put a picnic table at the former site of the building. Right here is where the old smelter was.
As he stepped closer, a wave of unease crawled over him. The town was abandoned, but he wasn't sure if he could ever dare to come here alone. Moving on to our 4th disturbing urban exploration that didn't go as planned.
If you're stood in that corner, come and show yourself.
On December 28, 2023, in the Scottish mountains, an abandoned house stood alone. untouched by time. Rumors claimed that it has a dark past. The house once belonged to a cult family before it was left to decay. Over the years, visitors reported eerie voices, shadowy figures, and a disturbing presence that made them feel watched. Some believed the house did not want anyone inside.
And it just looks sinister. If you're stood in that corner, come and show yourself. No way. Just to indicate that you're here.
The house appeared through the mist, sitting on the mountainside like something from a horror film. Snow covered the ground, and the air was bitterly cold. Many who had come before spoke of seeing figures move past the windows and hearing whispers in empty rooms.
Let's take a walk up and see if we can capture any of the hauntings that have been reported inside this one. But look at that, just situated on the side of a mountain.
Rusted tools, broken furniture, and thick cobwebs covered every surface. A chair sat alone in a corner, untouched. The silence was eerie, as if the house itself was waiting.
The chair sat there, an old fridge, freezer there. A few pots and pans left lying around. But look at that. So many outbuildings to it. Oh, the door's open there. Let's have a quick look at these and then we'll jump inside. Look at this though.
Inside the main house, decay was everywhere. The wooden floors were weak, the wallpaper peeled in long strips, and an old TV still sat in place, covered in dust. A full bucket of coal remained near the fireplace, a reminder of the last time the house had been lived in. The air inside was freezing, but something about the cold felt unnatural.
Could have been an animal. I thought I heard something, but it could have just been an animal because we've just walked in. So it's probably taken up refuge in here with the weather.
Off, yeah.
Oh, look at the floor. Right. Let's see how safe this is. The decay on the walls on this. Oh, wow.
Then their worst nightmare happened. The equipment began to pick up activity. The K2 device flickered, detecting sudden bursts of energy. The atmosphere in the house grew heavier. The feeling of being watched became unbearable. Shivers sent down his spine.
Can you do it one more time? Can you come and stand back next to it? Make those colours flash again just like you did then? Can you do that? Vanished.
It's a creature.
It's a creature. Vanished. It's a creature.
Strange words came through the equipment, describing something that had disappeared. The air in the room changed, as if something unseen had moved closer. The walls felt like they were closing in, and the darkness in the corners seemed deeper than before.
What we heard.
I don't know, but
I don't. What didn't it say?
vanished.
Vanished?
It's a creature.
I didn't hear the vanished.
Neither did I. I literally turned on it, go up, vanished.
Right.
It's a creature.
Right. But nothing was there.
What do you mean by vanished? What happened?
There's no electric in here.
And what do you mean by creature? That was odd, those two words.
The words became more disturbing. Something seemed to be asking for its remains to be found. The weight in the room pressed down harder, and a creeping sensation spread through the air. A sharp pain formed in the back, like something unseen had reached out.
People are seeing shadows in here.
Little girl sings.
Little girl sings.
Melissa.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Collect.
Collect.
What year do you think it is?
My bones.
My bones. Collect my bones.
Collect my bones. Did you buried round here?
Were you buried on this land?
I'm really here.
That's interesting.
Really here.
A dark figure appeared in the corner of the room, standing near the car outside. The presence that had filled the house seemed to shift. Then, in an instant, it was gone.
If you're stood in that corner, come and show yourself. No way.
What was that? You got a
If
hit?
somebody stood in the corner.
You got a hit then?
Yeah. Come back through
Well,
all of that.
I could understand the wood if it wasn't actually going all the way down to the floor.
Yeah,
but
it's
look
got
at
legs and everything.
That's got to be.
And it's where I've
6
seen,
foot.
it's
Right.
where I've seen
Hang
that
on.
red.
Wait a minute. Let me.
The heavy feeling never lifted. The house was silent again, but the air still carried the weight of something unseen. But some voices belonged to neither of them. The night was freezing. The house had been watching, and whatever was inside had made itself known.
He stood there. They had to open that door. He stood there. They had to open that door. He stood there. They had to open that door. Did you speak then?
I said yes.
No. Did you?
No.
Right, I need to check. I need to check my footage. I need to check my footage back on that. You said that, but it's. I know you said yes.
Yeah.
But almost at the same time, just after it was like,
No.
I don't know. I don't
definitely
know.
wasn't
That
me.
literally
All I said
was
yes.
here. I'll have to listen to it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it feels weird. Stood there, it just feels weird.
With that being said, let's move on to our fifth disturbing urban exploration that went wrong. On November 22nd, 2021, in an abandoned hospital in Arizona. The hospital had been empty for years, but its darkness still felt alive. The team stepped inside, hoping to make contact with whatever haunted its halls. They asked questions, waiting for a response, but nothing came. They decided to leave a camera behind, hoping it would catch something they couldn't see.
Oh, this is the laboratory.
No way.
This is where men have been physically attacked. I don't know if you guys remember this from the packet, but this is where that group came, a seasoned paranormal investigation team. They spent less than 20 minutes in the laboratory before they were scared out of here and never came back.
They then reached the laboratory, the most feared room in the building. This was where men had been attacked before. A seasoned paranormal team had once tried to investigate, but ran out in less than 20 minutes, too scared to return. The team wanted to see if they could last longer.
Is there someone in here? Is there a male that's in here? A man who doesn't like us being in here? I heard that you have thrown people, picked them up off their feet and thrown them. Can you throw something? We know that there's been other groups in here that have been scared out of here. If you want us out, you're gonna have to do something.
They called out to whatever was in the room. It was said that a presence here hated men, throwing them off their feet. They waited, daring it to make itself known. But then the camera they left in the nursery before recorded something strange. It felt as if the floor was shifting beneath them, like a boat rocking on rough water. But the floor was perfectly still. A strange force pressed against them, making it hard to keep balance. The feeling grew stronger, and something unseen filled the space around them.
I don't like this room. I feel like I'm off balance in here. Like everywhere I walk, I'm like tipping.
Dude, I was gonna say the same thing. Like, it honestly feels like an ocean effect where you're just kind of like stuck at sea and the boat is just rocking.
And the floor is even too. I don't know why I'm feeling like that.
There's someone in here.
Something was in the room, watching, waiting, and it did not want them there. Moving on to our last disturbing urban exploration. On January 28th, 2025, he visited another abandoned building. The place was empty. He had checked every room, the kitchen, the bathroom, every dark corner, but there was nothing. The air was still, and there was silence everywhere. To make sure he hadn't missed anything, he sent his drone into the rooms. At first, the footage showed only dust and shadows, but then something appeared. A figure stood in the darkness, so black that it blended into the shadows of the room. It did not move. It did not react. It only watched the drone, following its every movement with unseen eyes. The drone hovered for a moment before the screen suddenly glitched. The figure was gone, but the feeling of being watched remained. Some places hold secrets that should stay buried. These explorers went looking for adventure but found terror instead. The question is, would you dare to step inside? For more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. Comment below which case you find the most horrifying. Don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications.